So here is the Duel of Ages 2 in its wrap. Go ahead and cut it. And pull off the plastic. Put it back in the frame. And pull up the lid. And here we go. Now I haven't played ever this game, so I don't really know exactly how it works yet. So there's lots of card decks. There's the Elite. There is the Common. There is the Challenge. And this looks like these are characters. These are the miscellaneous characters that you're going to encounter. And that's the Frost Dancer, a Graceful Warrior. And there's a lot of stats on the side that we're not quite sure what they do yet. These are the keys. And from the reading, they did a very thick printing, and it's actually a not bad thickness, and this precision cut this time. So supposedly all these pieces are going to fit together perfectly. There's a lot of different tokens. It looks like different things. I don't know if those are character tokens or if those are different possibility. Here's the keys. That looks like some kind of a desert. And they're just color coded in the back. Here's some green keys. There's lots of beautiful tokens, as you can see. And the back side of them is color coded again. These are, I don't know what these are. Those are treasure things or mines or whatever they may be. We're continuing. More interesting keys. Looks like future, modern, ancient. Here is, oh wow, the background, and there's the landscape for that character or series of characters, the waste, and so on and so forth. Here's the, and I have to admit that the artwork is fairly beautiful. You flip it, and there's really fun looking environments and things. There's a lot of tokens on the outside. Here's a series of little villages or construction, different outbuildings, maybe futuristic. Wow, very nice. Here is, and we've got fantasy, and it's kind of an interesting fantasy. Colossus, and there's waterways and weird swamp things and different things. I'm not sure what they are. Here's even more, the Forge. Very neat, kind of a futuristic thing. And then there's the background, and once again you can tell that these boards are very thick, so they're going to be really nice working. No issue here. Here's more. This might be fantasy, and then there's kind of interesting things and underground things happening, futuristic things. The Glade. This is the last one in the box for the map. That's the Glade, and the background has, ooh, it's a unicorn. And yeah, I'll let it stay at that. And there's that. Very interesting stuff. We'll go in detail, and we'll do the packs in a few seconds. So here's the challenge cards. I noticed that the box is basically empty with all the stuff gone, so there's going to have to be some way, you're going to have to be creative in sorting out all these different cards. But I'm sure a couple Ziploc bags or something would do the trick. And these are challenge cards. These are all challenge cards. If you look at them on the side, and I'm not sure what all this means. Here are the elite cards to the game. We'll open them up real quick and just kind of page through them real quick. I'll take this out of the way. These are the elite cards, and just looking at them, so it's just kind of weapons. There's some more player aids. No, these not player aids. Oh, that's the challenge cards. So there's some challenges, and we'll look at those in a little bit. Here's the, oh, there's ancients. Well, maybe I'll look at the top, the way they're meant to be. Here we go. So there's elite, and it's kind of an interesting flamethrower. Awesome. Dagger wings. There's a laser torch. Heuristic. Starlane pirate. Here's modern. Yeah, and these are attacker, better by 0, all heroes. So here's different objectives possibly based on different time periods. We popped out this section of map. It's a grid, and it's connected by these keys. And I have to say the cut on this is very nice. I had hardly any difficulty popping this out. There was only like 1 or 2 little, I don't know what you call them, little points of connectivity that resisted a little bit, but otherwise it was very good. So I'm not worried about ripping the surface or having any of those kind of issues with this game. There's some white tokens. Let's take a look at one of the keys. So here's one of the boards that has the key. These, I realize now, are probably locations or part of the destination challenges that you have to complete. We're gonna go ahead and pop out a key real quick, and look at that. That was really easy, and there's hardly, the cuts are really nice. German construction, you know, so we're gonna go ahead and pop out the map, and we're gonna see how maybe, well, these fit together. This is one of the maps, and we're putting a key into, and look at that. I mean, that's, the fit is flawless. It's almost perfect. So here's the card, the characters. I thought we would go ahead and open it up and take a look at them. Let's pull that off. I'll go ahead and move that out here. And I'm not going to read them. I'm just going to go ahead and show them and just comment. Well, maybe I'll look at a couple of them. There's a description. There's artwork. There's all these stats, traits, defense, range, melee, so on and so forth. Jade. It's color coded. There's green tokens. I don't know what that means. It's grouped by type, which might be fantasy, for instance, which looks like there's a barbarian and a little people, and there's ooh, something I'd be interested in, the infernal construct. And I'm not going to do names because I know I'll butcher them, like Philip Redlegs. Well, that's easy enough. And it says, on challenges, check luck. On 4, can choose to ignore the result and draw again. So, yeah. Amazon, the Knight, Sir Gawain, Spartacus, William Wallace. So we're getting into more historical. Annie Oakley, Davy Crockett, and Geronimo, Carson. And there's some names that I'm familiar with and some not so much. Blackbeard, the Scarlet Vixen, York. And then there's, here's some fantasy, the Horde, the Pile of Weewoks. And some futuristic ones, science fiction, the Raider, the Recon, the Gork Brute, and so forth. And I'll just go through. There's some interesting ones, and you can debate. I'm not really interested in debating that science fiction or something should be particularly more important or deadly. But I don't know if I'd want to fight with Ace Cannon. He might be wonderful, but we'll see. This looks like a couple modern. The Bushmaster, Dingo Jake. Then we go back into some more interesting things. James Gavin, Ironhead McGray, Jack Hammer, Martians, and then we've got some kind of helpful cards that just say what everything is. So some player aids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 player aids. Which is sad because there's supposedly up to 8 players, so 2 people have to suffer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Okay, that's the character cards. We're just going to take a quick look at the rule book. Now, to my understanding, the rule book is available online. So if you want a closer look, you can do that there. It breaks down all the aspects of the cards, which is nice. Right away, it breaks down to speed, health. There's melee, range, defensive, and different traits. Strength and intellect are kind of important because it'll determine if you can actually pick up a certain weapon, from what I've been reading. There's different things. It breaks it down into age and settings. We go into how the terrain and the keys work, which is interesting. There's different treasures. Here's what I was looking at, and I was thinking like, oh my god, line of sight. There's a whole page of line of sight scenarios. So there's a little bit of depth to this game. My initial observation, it's going to be kind of interesting. Probably a lot of referencing. It would be nice if there was more charts, if there's a lot of fiddly rules to worry about. But, I mean, I'm sure wargamers are used to those kind of rules. And non-wargamers, if they want to play this, will just have to be used to that. I'm just reading up on different things and learning basic terrain rules and line of sight rules and miscellaneous things. And then it goes into all the treasure and the lair. I thought it was kind of funny, Lith's lair. If you want to game her favor, you could do offerings, and there's a picture of, yes, you guessed it. It looks to me like bacon and these gold crusty things. So if you've got some leftover bacon, you could certainly get Liths on your side. So yeah, we first tackled the basic set. Now, this is the master set, which requires the basic set to play. The master set is twice the thickness of the box. If you can look at the basic set, and we'll compare the two. Look at the thickness size of the boxes. It's incredible. This one is fairly light. It's actually not that light. But this other one is huge and it's heavy. So we don't know what's in this one yet, but we're going to open up for you now and get a sense of what's in the master set. People have been asking online what they're going to get for their money. So we're going to find out right now. So we're just going to go ahead and flip it over. You could see some of the artwork that we're familiar with from the previous set, and there's some new stuff. So we're going to take the plastic off. This thing is massive. The lid off. And right away we're seeing a bunch of stuff. We're seeing multiple character decks. There's 2 actually, and I don't know how many's in each deck, but it looks like we're adding almost, doesn't say, I'm sure it says in the back of this one, I don't want to flip it yet. We have more common cards, and we have more treasure elements, so common and treasure elements. Now we're introducing, it looks like we're introducing pets and different things, and we have more elite, and there's more challenger cards probably in the back of this, and also we have another thing. So we've got tons and tons of possible weapons, treasures, miscellaneous items that these characters can use, like the hunting vest, which actually looks a lot like my hunting vest. We're starting into the maps right away, and there's some really interesting artwork on the back, and these are just falling out practically, so the punch is excellent. Here's a James Bond, different terrain, locations, somewhat outbuildings, snow mesas, I don't know if that's snow related. There's waterways. They all have character art on the back. but different terrains. There's an evil looking brain. Those look like lava flows. That's the Congo. I'm not sure what this bluish. Here's a strange building, the monument. Here is the different things. We've got additional maps. Kind of interesting. Impact site. Maybe a broken spaceship on an alien planet. There's certainly in these boxes kind of where there's outbuildings and alien. We're getting different colors. The coloration's kind of odd for some of these, but still, there's the bug-eyed alien. I think he fights chickens. I'm not quite sure. Modder stronghold. Now we're getting into the more interesting things. There's underground passageways. There's weird alien possibilities. Some alien growth and jungle and outbuildings. There's maybe even a downed spaceship on the Rift. And there's really neat. And all these pretty impressive artwork on a lot of these. Fortunately, you're going to lose a lot of it when you get punched, but unfortunately, not the worst thing in the world. There's Daniel Boone and the Alamo. And yes, I would like to fight in the Alamo. That'd be awesome. So that's something to look forward to. There's even mesa-like scenarios along the wall, so that gives you height equivalence. Here's Tombstone. So we're doing historical maps. Here's the Withering Forest. And Yazoo. Because that's a joke. I'll let Sleepy Hollow would be awesome. Here's Geronimo. Continental Divide. Here's the Painted Desert. I've been to the Painted Desert. Interesting. Looks kind of like that. We've got, oops, Cowboy. Here's the infamous now. Yes, it's Taylor Swift. And she's in the Silver Country. So if you don't want to see Taylor, don't go to Silver Country. And finally, we got the Box Canyon, which is awesome. And I can't get it out because the box is so deep. It won't let me, and I don't know who that is. But definitely the Box Canyon. So we're going to go ahead and open up some of the cards. So this time we have 2 sets of character packets. And off the top of my head, I'd have to say that we're looking at, gosh, I mean, if each team has up to, 8 characters, or you play only so many characters per game, you think that you're never going to touch half of these. And, oh, Elliot Ness, awesome. There's some really cool ones. Some I know, and some I don't know. That's okay. Super Joshua Jordan, the superhero. Now, I don't know how that's going to fly. But, who knows. There might be a way. The Pulsating Brain. We've got Secret Superhero. We've got different life forms. We've got different fantasy things. The Crystal Bean. The Hive. We have things that maybe change in daylight and nighttime. Oh, but there's a lot of interesting possibilities. Now, I don't know how you draw these, so I don't know what happens if you get a fairly weak. The Humanitarian, Clara Barton. God, I'm ignorant. I don't know who that is. God, I'll have to read up on that. I'm admitting on camera that I'm not sure what some of these historical figures are, but I think I know a lot of them. And we're going to go through and Brad, the Slacker. So I mean, if you're going to fight with Brad, the Slacker, how's that going to go? And it looks like his range, he sucks at range. He's very defensive, which seems like slackers are good at, and yeah, he's gonna get crushed. So I don't know what happens if you draw some of these weak cards and how that plays out. If there's a way to change some of this possibilities. So that's one set of characters. Oh, I thought that was the Wrath of Khan there for a second. Nice! I want that! Okay, so that's one set of characters. And we'll go through them real quick. There's some dwarvish, there's fantasy elements. Awesome! There's some really neat stuff here. There's a giant. Like, you could have Brad the Slacker and a giant. Then you've got, oh, this is the infamous Taylor Swift. And if she wants to attack you and make you one of her exes, that's a horrific attack possibility. That she'll write a bad song about you, or a good song, depending upon your point of view. There's a lot of different things going on. Cool. Jerry Gillis, not sure. That's not that guy that's always showing up on no, I don't know. I'll let that one go. Okay, so we're going along, and yeah, cool. The Infiltrator, awesome. It'd be kind of cool if you could have a complete set of fantasy and science fiction creatures. That would be cool, and just take on some humanoids. I don't want to see all these things with legs and arms. I want to see some kind of combination of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Awesome. El Cid. See, Genghis Khan, good. Wow, really neat. Some really neat, fun, interesting combinations. Bill Hitchcock. But you got this really interesting combination of cards that and characters that you're playing against each other. So it'll make it a very interesting game. Basic stats that the master set is, and I don't know if I could maybe focus in on this a little bit. We could zoom in and get a sense here. But this box, this is the master set. So look at, you're getting 21 new map platters, 144 new characters, 48 new henchmen, 302 new treasures, 100 new challenge cards, 88 guardian cards, and 54 blue encounters. And I guess the blue encounters are only special towards this box. And at the very bottom it says no rule book. So if you decide if you just want to buy the master set and play Duel of Ages 2, you have to actually write your own rule set to play the game if you're not buying the basic set. Now, I wouldn't encourage that. It looks like it would be very difficult to write a brand new rule set. So I would highly encourage that you purchase the basic set first. But if you're invested in this game, I'm thinking this is something that would make this game playable for a long time. I mean, you're only touching a few of these things each time you play. So, I mean, this is a massive box full of a lot of stuff. So, I mean, certainly if you want to play this game for a long time, the master set is for you. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the, these are the elite cards. And this is just an example. There's 4 of these decks. I'm not sure if these are all the same card. I doubt it. We'll take a look. Of course, right off the bat, there's only a few elites on top. And it's a Grizzly the Club and a Swarm something. And Dr. Winston's Fabulous Contraption and Dazzling Crowns. There's some funny, interesting, different things you can get for treasures. And here's the challenge cards. Now these are, the other set of challenge cards were white, and these are black. So I don't know if this is team related challenge cards. This is for the black team because there's a white team and a black team. I don't know if that's synonymous with good or evil. And we don't want to apply our preconceived notions about that to that, so we'll just let that topic go. Here's another pack, and once again, for some reason, they don't like packing the elite cards together. They put a few elite cards on the top, unless, no, hey, Yep, they just put a bunch of elite cards on top. The Howling Vine, we'll keep those as a surprise. You don't know what they are. Now we've got henchman cards, and these are like flunkies or things. Shoulder Angel. Just to get a sense of what else might be in here, I want to see what this dog is all about, because I like dogs. And he is a secret. Okay, so you got the Crackbone. I'll let that one go. That could be a bad joke. But we've got more elites, and I don't know why they always stick a bunch of elites on top, but this is all secret items we're going through right now. But once again, there's a lot of cards this game, and this one, once again, we have a big stack of elites. Then we've got cards that deal with future, and I'm getting a little bit of glare on the camera. The modern ones, I don't know if these are challenges, colonial, ancient, and so on and so forth. And we're also excited to see just this neat combination of all the different things. So we'll let you know. We might have some gameplay examples, and we'll film some other stuff with this game. So we'll spend a little time with this game in the next couple weeks to a month. You'll probably seen it a couple times show up on the site. So definitely look forward to that.